Hello friends, welcome back. In previous videos we are completed very systematically the postulates of molecular orbital theory, characteristics of molecular orbital theory, with shape of some orbitals. As all you know very well, molecular orbital theory is given to us by the Hundsen-Mulliken. Molecular orbital theory is the extended form of valence bond theory. The concept which one is not explained by valence bond theory, that very systematically given to us by the molecular orbital theory. For example, according to valence bond theory, the nature of oxygen is diamagnetic, but actually oxygen is paramagnetic. And what is the paramagnetic behavior of oxygen, that we explained by the according to VBT, or that one is valence bond theory. Now dear students, before this video we are completed very systematically some postulates required for the VBT. Out of the total postulates, as all you know very well, the molecular orbital is formed by the overlapping of atomic orbitals, and that atomic orbital must be have the equal in energy. As number of molecular orbital is formed, that is must be equal to the number of atomic orbital. That means same number of atomic orbital gives same number of molecular orbital. The out of the total molecular orbital, exactly half are bonding and remaining exactly half are anti-bonding. What is the anti-bonding molecular orbital or bonding molecular orbital? The bonding molecular orbital is that which have a lower in energy than atomic orbitals. What is anti-bonding molecular orbital? The anti-bonding molecular orbital is that which have a higher in energy than atomic orbitals. As all you know very well, for bonding molecular orbital, wave function is added and the area increased by 2 psi a plus psi b, and in anti-bonding molecular orbital area is decreased. Therefore, increasing area gives good overlapping. It means that only bonding molecular orbital gives a stable bond, because that energy of that bond is released and stability increased. So these are the some important characteristics of the molecular orbital theory. As all you know very well, what is sigma molecular orbital, what is the pi molecular orbital, and so on. Now today I am going to discussing with you energy level diagrams of the molecular orbital. Dear students, how we represent the energy level diagram, because when we representing energy level diagram on the basis of their above principle, because you know very well what above principle says, that in atomic structure you have this concept. According to above principle, we feel the electron in molecular orbital by increasing order of their energy. You know, for the atomic orbital, above principle calculate the principal quantum number plus azimuthal quantum number. If the value of principal plus azimuthal is less, it means energy of that orbital is low. That one is a important principle which is present in your atomic structure. But today I am going to discussing with you the energy level diagram of this molecular orbital, or how this orbital. Listen very carefully. The first orbital which one is having lower in energy, that one is called as the sigma 1s, and after that sigma 1s, this is called as the sigma 1s star. What is the difference between sigma 1s and sigma 1s star? These two molecular orbital is formed by the overlapping of 1s atomic orbital. As all you know very well, two 1s atomic orbital are overlapping on each other. It gives two molecular orbital. Out of that two molecular orbital, one is the bonding MOs, sigma 1s is the bonding MOs, and sigma 1s star is the anti-bonding MOs. You know, difference between bonding and anti-bonding, the energy of sigma 1s is less than the energy of sigma 1s star. That's why no doubt sigma 1s fill first, then sigma 1s star. It's because this is the energy level diagram by considering this phenomenon. As per my idea, you don't have any problem by considering this energy level diagram. After the sigma 1s, dear student, the second molecular orbital, that one is called as the 2s, because as all you know very well, this is the increasing order of their energy, because sigma 1s have a lower in energy. That's why electron always fill first in sigma 1s orbital, because this is the bonding MOs. After filling this bonding MOs, electrons are enters in the anti-bonding MOs, that one is called as the sigma 1s star, and after the sigma 1s star, electron entering the 2s. So after that 2s, you know very well, this is called as the 2s star. What is the meaning of 2s star? Anti-bonding of the 2s, that one is called as the sigma star 2s or 2s star. Now these are the very interesting concepts or very interesting phenomenon related to this point. Dear student, these are the very interesting. Then after that sigma star 2s, then the energy of sigma 2pz, as all you know very well, because in p orbital, in p atomic orbital, we have three orbitals, px, py and pz. But whenever the sigma bond formation takes place, out of that all p, only pz orbitals are involved in the sigma bond formation. That's why The higher energy after that 2s star, that become the sigma 2pz, after that sigma 2pz. Then after the sigma 2pz, pi 2px, energy of pi 2px is equal to the energy of pi 2py, because x and y orbitals are involved in the pi bond formation. That's why I am representing here pi. So these are the very interesting concept by considering the energy level diagram of this molecular orbital. It means that energy of sigma 1s is lower than sigma 1s star, sigma 1s star is lower than 2s, 2s is lower than 2s star, and then finally 2s star is lower than sigma 2pz, then pi 2px, pi 2py, because these three are the bonding, because you know p orbital we have a, in p subcell we have a 3 orbitals px, py and pz. Now dear student, after that the next one is there, next energy pi star, you know pi star 2px is equal to what, is equal to pi star 2py. This is the next energy orbital, that one is called as the pi star 2px and pi star 2py. After pi star 2px and pi star 2py, the energy of that one is called as the sigma star 2pz, sigma star 2pz. So these are the very interesting phenomenon related to you by considering the molecular orbital picture. My dear student, again it have one problem, which is the problem, what is the molecular orbital picture for that molecule which have an electron more than 14, and what is the molecular orbital picture for that molecule which have electron less than 14. I will first explain you that molecule which have an electron more than 14. The example of that molecule is called as the oxygen, O2. As all you know very well, how the oxygen molecule is formed. Oxygen molecule is formed by the overlapping of 2 oxygen atom or overlapping of atomic orbital from that oxygen atom, and that gives the O2 molecule. You know very well, each oxygen atom have a 8 electron in their total cells. Therefore, total number of electron which is present in the O2 molecule, 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. Therefore, oxygen is the molecule which have an electron more than 14. You concentrate on my word, what is the meaning of more than 14 and less than 14? I will explain you in the board, see toward the board. Now dear students, out of 16 electron, you fill that electron by considering the energy level of this orbital. Listen very carefully. Now this is the first phenomenon. Now I am explaining you molecular orbital picture of this oxygen. You must be very serious toward the board, because this is very important. Now dear students, see this is the first orbital. This is the first orbital of oxygen. This is oxygen atom. What happened? This is a oxygen atom. You know very well. When oxygen atoms are overlap on each other, this is the another oxygen atom. My friends, this is very important. Another oxygen atom. And when these 2 oxygen atoms overlap to each other, then formation of O2 molecule takes place, and this is the molecules. So what happened here? This is 1s2 and this is also 1s2. What indicate 1s2? 1s2 indicate these are the orbital of oxygen atom. 1s2 is the atomic orbital. 1s2 is not a molecular orbital. These are the orbital of oxygen atom. Okay. Now what happened here? These 2 oxygen atoms are overlapped to each other, because 1s2 contains the 2 electron. This also contains the 2 electron, because electronic configuration of oxygen atom is like this: 1s2, then 2s2, then 2p4. So in this 2p4 we like this way. This is the first orbital. In 2p4 we write like this: 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4. 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. The 2 electrons are present in 1s2 orbital. This is 1s2 of another oxygen atom. These overlap on each other, and after overlapping it gives 2 molecular orbital. Out of that, 1 molecular orbital is bonding and another molecular orbital is anti-bonding. You know what is the BMOs? And this bonding is called as the sigma 1s2, and this is called as the sigma star 1s2. Why? Because sigma is the bonding molecular orbital and sigma star is the anti-bonding molecular orbital, as all you know very well. When 2 atomic orbital are overlapped to each other, it gives 2 MOs. Now out of that 2 MOs, one is the bonding, other one is the anti-bonding. So we have a 4 electron in total atomic orbital. That means 2 electron in each atomic orbital. Then you fill this 2 electron in molecular orbital now, and the filling of electron in molecular orbital takes place according to above principle. This is the energy level diagram according to above principle. Now first what's happened, out of this 4 electron, 2 electrons are enters in bonding orbital and remaining 2 electrons are enters in anti-bonding orbital. So this is the first picture related to the oxygen atom. Now you know after 1s2 we have a second orbital, that one is called as the 2s2. You know very well, this is the second orbital which is called as the 2s2. This is the 2s2. Now dear student, this is called as the 2s2 and this one is also 2s2. What happened in 2s2? Because it also have a 2 electron. This also have a 2 electron. Then once again that 2s orbital overlap gives 2 molecular orbital. This gives 2 molecular orbital. Out of that 2 molecular orbital, one is the sigma 2s2, other one is the sigma star 2s2. What is difference between sigma and sigma star? You know, sigma 2s2 is the bonding molecular orbital and sigma star 2s2 is the anti-bonding molecular orbital. So what happened? Again we have a 4 electron. Then we have a 4 electron, that's it, 2 electrons are enters in bonding and remaining 2 electrons are enters in anti-bonding. So this is the sigma star. Now the next we have a next and very interesting point. Now we have a p orbital. In p orbital we have a 3, in p subshell we have a 3 orbitals, you know, 1, 2 and 3. Out of that 3 orbital, one is the pz, that one is called as sigma 2pz, another one is the px and py. These 3 orbital contains only 4 electron, 1, 2, 3. This also contains the 4 electron because it is a 2p4. Yes or no? This is a 2p4. It contains only 4 electron. Now friends, out of this p orbital, listen very carefully. Out of the p orbital, one orbital, that is sigma, forms very lower energy, and the remaining 2, that one is called as the pi x and pi, because the energy of sigma 2pz. This is sigma 2pz. This is what sigma 2pz, and electronic configuration is 2, obviously. And this is called like the 2 pi orbital, and this is a sigma star. This is what? This is pi star 2px, and this is what? Pi star 2py, because these 3 are bonding and these 3 are anti-bonding, and this is called like the sigma star 2pz, because energy of pi star 2px and pi star 2py is less here as compared to sigma star 2pz, and this is the molecular orbital. Listen very carefully. So this is very important picture for that electron which have a less than 14 and more than 14. So this is the real picture in which the electron less than more than 14. Okay. So those molecule which have electron more than 14, in which sigma 2pz, and this is what? Pi 2px, and this is what? Pi 2py. This is a molecular orbital picture. Now friends, listen very carefully. Now what happened in this case? Now in this case, this is a very interesting phenomenon. These 3 are anti-bonding, these 3 are bonding. We have a total 8 electron, 4 electron in first oxygen atom of p orbital, another 4 electron in another oxygen atom of p orbital. Out of that 4 electron, 2 electron enters in bonding sigma 2pz, remaining 2 electron enters in bonding pi 2px, and remaining again 2 electron enters in bonding pi 2py. So 6 electron enters in bonding orbital of oxygen. Now dear friends, we have again 2 electrons. Now what happened in this case? 2 electrons are enters in anti-bonding, but without pairing now, because these 2 orbitals have the same energy, and whenever same energy orbitals are there, then according to Hund's rule, we feel the electron first unpaired, and if electron is remain, then pairing takes place. So this is the very important phenomenon related to the molecular orbital concept of this phenomenon. So as per my idea, you don't have any problem. Now my friends, dear students, now these are the molecular orbital picture. Now see in this molecular orbital picture. Now in molecular orbital picture, the last 2 electrons are unpaired in the anti-bonding of oxygen atom. Yes, these 2 unpaired electron is there. And as all you know very well, whenever the electron is unpaired, then at that time that molecule attract the magnetic field. What is meaning of paramagnetic? Paramagnetic means the molecule which attract the magnetic field. What is the meaning of diamagnetic? Molecule repel the magnetic field. You know very well. And which orbital attract the magnetic field which contain the unpaired electron? Because the spin of such unpaired electron is exact plus up, because spin is not neutralized by another electron. If it is plus up minus up, then total spin is 0. Then if total spin is 0, that never attract the magnetic field, then such one is called as the diamagnetic. But if unpaired electron is present, then spin never becomes the 0, it is a plus up. Therefore it attract the magnetic field. Is it okay? And oxygen molecule attract the magnetic field, therefore it is called as the paramagnetic nature. So my friends, dear students, this is a very interesting phenomenon. Now I am representing in front of you. Listen. So what is the electronic configuration of this oxygen atom? Now listen very carefully. This is sigma 1s2, obviously sigma 1s2. After that sigma star 1s2, then what happened? Sigma 2s2, listen very carefully, sigma 2s2. Then after that what's happened here? Sigma star 2s2, then after that sigma star 2s2. Then after sigma star 2s2, listen, this is sigma 2pz2, this is sigma 2pz2. Then after sigma 2pz2, this is pi 2px2, and then pi 2py2. and finally pi star 2px1 and pi star 2py1 and 2pz is empty. So this is the electronic configuration of this oxygen molecule by considering the molecular orbital theory. I hope you easily understand this molecular orbital theory, because write down why I am representing this is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. This is called as the 2p4 and this is also 2p4. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, these are the atomic orbital of first oxygen atom, because in O2 molecule 2 oxygen atoms are involved. This is the atomic orbital of first oxygen atom and this is the atomic orbital of second oxygen atom. These atomic orbital all overlap to each other, and atomic orbital after overlapping, these are the molecular orbital. These are the molecular orbital. You know, these are the molecular orbital. The two atomic orbital gives two molecular orbital out of two. One is bonding, other one is anti-bonding. This is also two bonding, anti-bonding. This is 3 plus 3, 6. Out of 6, 3 is bonding and remaining 3 is what? Anti-bonding. And fill the electron by considering the Hund's rule, Bohr principle and so on. My friends, these are the electronic configuration of oxygen molecule. Now by using this phenomenon, we successfully calculate the bond order. Bond order, listen very carefully how to calculate the bond order. Bond order is equal to number of bonding electron minus number of anti-bonding electron divided by 2. This is the formula. By using that, we successfully calculate bond order. Number of bonding minus number of anti-bonding means what? Now count the number of bonding electron, count the number of bonding electron. Now what happened in the bond order is equal to, my friends, listen very carefully. This is a very interesting phenomenon related to the bond order. See here how the bond order we calculate here. Listen. Now my friends, bond order is equal to number of bonding. You count number of bonding electrons. So this is the bonding molecular orbital. 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 This is the bonding molecular orbital, and remaining all orbitals are anti-bonding because that we represented by star. Now this is bonding. These are the bonding, and remaining all are anti-bonding. Now how many electrons present in bonding molecular orbital? This is 2 electron plus 2 4 electron plus 2 6 electron and plus 2 8 electron plus 2 10 electron. Total electron in bonding molecular orbital is 10 minus. Now count number of electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is the anti-bonding molecular orbital, of course. This is the anti-bonding molecular orbital, of course. Then finally these two are the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Yes or no? Yes. So in anti-bonding 2 electron plus 2 electron plus 1 plus 1 2, it means total 6 electron. 10 minus 6 finally divided by 2. What is the meaning of 10 minus 6? This is bonding 2 and bonding 6 electrons. 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 2 10. Anti-bonding 2 plus 2 4, and only 2 electrons are present. Total electron present in anti-bonding is a 6. Therefore 10 minus 6 divided by 2 is equal to what it become? Is equal to 10 minus 6 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Therefore in oxygen molecule 2 bond is there. This is called as the bond order. What is the meaning of bond order? Number of bond present between 2 atoms, that one is called as the bond order. In oxygen molecule only 2 bond is present. Therefore the bond order of oxygen molecule is 2. My friends, you don't have any problem. You must know one relation I will give you. You must know one relation. As bond order increases, very interesting phenomenon, as bond order increases, listen very carefully, as bond order increases, then bond energy decreases. As bond energy increases, the stability of that bond, listen very carefully, stability of bond also increases. So stability of bond depends upon the number of bonding orbitals, number of bonding electrons. If number of, listen very carefully, which time the bond is more stable? If number of bonding electron must be greater than the number of anti-bonding. The number of bonding must be greater than the anti-bonding. Then at that time the stable bond is formed. Otherwise stable bond never form, because if number of bonding is equal to number of anti-bonding, that molecule never forms, because that the bond order is 0. And if number of anti-bonding greater than number of bonding, this not happens in the chemistries. Okay, so this is very interesting phenomenon. My friends, now I will explain you some important concept related to this bond order. So this is the phenomenon. You know very well what is the bond order of O2. Bond order of O2 is equal to 10 minus 6 divided by 2 is equal to 2. This is the bond order of this O2 molecule. Okay, and another important things, as bond order increases, bond energy decreases, stability of bond increases. And another important things, another important things you write down in your notebook, you write down, and this is, I will give you only two relation because energy and stability is not important. You know energy and stability are inversely proportional. Listen very carefully. As bond order increases, the bond length decreases. This is increase, this is decrease. As bond order increases, bond length decreases. Now in O2, bond order is 2. Okay. Now I will explain you another. For example, I have another molecule. This is called as O2 plus. Now friends, what happened in the O2 plus? See toward the board. What happens in the O2 plus? Listen very carefully. What happened in the O2 plus? O2 plus means what? One electron removes from O2 molecule ना. O2 one electron we remove from O2 molecule. अभी इसमें से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन कम हो गया, इसलिए पॉजिटिव आएगा ना. How the positive charge on oxygen atom? The positive charge on oxygen molecule due to removing of one electron. अभी इसमें से आपको एक इलेक्ट्रॉन कम करना है, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन आप कौन सा कम करोगे? जो हायर एनर्जी वाला है वही कम करोगे ना. सो वी रिमूव वन इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम एंटी बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल. यहाँ से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा. सो O2 प्लस में टोटल इलेक्ट्रॉन कितने रहेंगे? O2 प्लस में टोटल इलेक्ट्रॉन कितने रहेंगे? टोटल इलेक्ट्रॉन रहेंगे 15 इन प्लेस ऑफ 16. द टोटल नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज ओनली 15. व्हाई टोटल नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज ओनली 15? Because in O2 number of electron is 16, but one electron is removed, that's why it becomes O2 plus and total number of electron is 15. So जो last electron loss हो जाएगा, that electron is from this anti-bonding molecular orbital. Yes or no? Now एक इलेक्ट्रॉन ऐसे कम हो गया, मतलब बॉन्डिंग तो 10 है लेकिन एंटी बॉन्डिंग 5 हो गए ना, डिवाइडेड बाय 2. सो व्हाट इट बिकम 10 minus 5 because one electron removed from anti bonding. So 10 minus 5 become 5 and the bond order is 2.5. Bond order is what? 2.5. So this is the bond order. Now next one, if we consider O2 plus, in place of O2 plus, if we consider the O2 plus, what happened in O2 plus? In place of one electron we remove 2 electron. Then 2 electron from the anti-bonding na, because last 2 electron we remove, therefore after removing the anti-bonding electron, the number of electron becomes the 14, then this becomes the 10 minus 4 divided by 2, yes or no? 10 minus 4 divided by 2 means what? This last 2 electron is removed in O2 plus because 2 positive means 2 electron less, and that we always remove last electron na, and last electron present into anti-bonding molecular orbital, that's why we remove these 2 electron in O2 plus. After removing this electron, then 10 minus 4, that is 6, then bond order is 3. Okay. Now dear student, in place of O2 plus, now we considering O2 minus. Now what happened in the O2 minus? See here, this is O2 minus. Listen very carefully. In O2 minus means what? One more electron added, not remove. अब minus का मतलब क्या होता है? आप एक इलेक्ट्रॉन डाल रहे हो, उसमें एक इलेक्ट्रॉन कम नहीं कर रहे हो, तो उसमें अपन एक इलेक्ट्रॉन डालेंगे तो 16 की जगह पे कितने हो जाएंगे? 17 हो जाएंगे, बिकॉज टोटल नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज 17, बिकॉज इन O2 16 इलेक्ट्रॉन इज प्रेजेंट. देन आफ्टर एडिशन ऑफ वन मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन, दिस टोटल नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन बिकम द 17. नाउ तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आप कहाँ पे डालोगे? यहीं पे डालोगे ना, बिकॉज दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन एंटर्स इन एंटी बॉन्डिंग, क्योंकि अभी इसके बाद तो एनर्जी इसकी है ना, तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन एंटी बॉन्डिंग में जा रहा है, मतलब आफ्टर एडिशन ऑफ वन मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन बॉन्डिंग नहीं पड़ेंगे आपके, एंटी बॉन्डिंग के इलेक्ट्रॉन पड़ेंगे. बॉन्डिंग के तो आपके 10 रहेंगे लेकिन -7 रहेगा. -7 क्यों? बिकॉज वन मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन इंक्रीजेस इन एंटी बॉन्डिंग. देयरफॉर 10 minus 7 divided by 2, listen very carefully, 10 minus 7 divided by 2, this the bond order become the 1.5. This is 1.5, 3 by 2, that's 1.5. And finally in O2 minus, what happened in O2 minus? 2 electrons are added. Then in place of 16, total number of electron is 18, but 2 electron added in anti-bonding now, because one here, because these 2 orbital become the paired. Now what is the bond order of this? This one is, that is 10 minus 8 divided by 2, then bond order is 1. So my friends, these are the bond order. So stability order, as all you know very well, as bond order increases, stability increases. So listen very carefully, I will explain you here. What is the stability order? Write down yourself. What is the stability order? अभी मुझे एक बात बताना, सबसे मोस्ट स्टेबल कौन रहेगा जिसकी बॉन्ड ऑर्डर ज्यादा है? तो बॉन्ड ऑर्डर किसकी ज्यादा है? सबसे मोस्ट स्टेबल रहेगा O2 प्लस. O2 प्लस के बाद मोस्ट स्टेबल कौन रहेगा? O2 प्लस. ऑब्वियसली O2 प्लस के बाद रहेगा O2 प्लस. O2 प्लस के बाद कौन मोस्ट स्टेबल रहेगा? O2, ऑब्वियसली, बिकॉज O2 की बॉन्ड ऑर्डर 2 है, O2 रहेगा. O2 के बाद कौन रहेगा? O2 माइनस. O2 के बाद कौन रहेगा? O2 के बाद रहेगा O2 माइनस, एंड O2 माइनस के बाद रहेगा O2 माइनस. दिस इज द स्टेबिलिटी ऑर्डर. वाई? क्योंकि स्टेबिलिटी ऑर्डर में जितने बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन ज़्यादा उतनी उसकी स्टेबिलिटी ज़्यादा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन 10 है, एंटी बॉन्डिंग कम है। जैसे जैसे एंटी बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन कम होते जाएंगे स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ती जाएंगी। सो दिस इज द स्टेबिलिटी ऑर्डर. Now as all you know very well, stability order but bond order. So what is the order of bond length? You know very well, bond order and bond length are inversely proportional to each other. Inversely proportional. bond order बढ़ गई मतलब bond length कम हो गई. तो सबसे ज़्यादा बॉन्ड लेंथ किसकी होगी? जिसकी बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कम है. बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कम किसकी है? बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कम है सबसे ज़्यादा O2 माइनस माइनस. उसके बाद कौन रहेगा? O2 माइनस. उसके बाद कौन रहेगा? O2 माइनस के बाद O2. Then after the O2, this is O2 plus and finally O2 plus plus. So my friends, these are the very important and very interesting phenomena related to the molecular orbital theory. What happened in this molecular orbital theory? These are the very interesting concept. You have to be must know how. As all you know very well, how the electrons of the atomic orbitals are filled in the molecular orbitals, because you know when number of atomic orbitals are overlap on each other, that gives the same number of molecular orbital. Out of that total molecular orbital, exactly half are the bonding and remaining exactly half are the anti-bonding. Now listen very carefully. I am representing in front of you. This is the molecular orbital picture of this oxygen molecule. As all you know, oxygen molecule is formed by two oxygen atoms. This is one oxygen atom. This is another oxygen atom. 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. These are the orbital of oxygen atom and these are the molecular orbital. And when this atomic orbital are overlap on each other, that gives the molecular orbital. Now what happened in this molecular orbital? This is the energy level diagram. You don't forget this because we fill the electrons in that molecular orbital according to the above principle. Now what happened in this case? When 1s2 gives 2 molecular orbital, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2. 2s2 also gives and so on. We represent, this is the molecular orbital picture. Once if you know the molecular orbital energy level diagram, then calculate the bond order. How we calculate the bond order? Number of bonding minus number of anti-bonding divided by 2. Count the electron from bonding molecular orbital. Total number of electrons from bonding molecular orbital is 10. Therefore 10 minus 6 divided by 2, then it becomes the 2. Therefore bond order of oxygen molecule is 2. Suppose for example in O2 molecule we increase the electron or decrease the electron. O2 become O2 plus. It means one electron is decreased. अब यहाँ पे जो आप इलेक्ट्रॉन कम कर रहे हो, दैट वी डिक्रीज द इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम एंटी बॉन्डिंग एमोजना, क्योंकि लास्ट का इलेक्ट्रॉन एंटी बॉन्डिंग में है. सो वहां से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन कम करने के बाद O2 plus become 15 electron. Therefore 10 minus 5 by 2 it becomes the 2.5. In this way we calculate the bond order. This is bond stability or bond order. As bond order increases, bond length decreases. So this is the stability order or this is the bond order. As bond order increases, stability also increases. My friends, so these are the very interesting part related to you by considering this phenomenon of energy level diagram of the molecular orbital picture. Now after this, so these are the very interesting phenomenon you keep in your mind. So you don't forget this relation. As bond order increases and as bond order increases, then bond stability also increases. And bond length, and what happened my friends, this is the bond length decreases. You don't forget this. This is the very interesting phenomenon related to you by considering the molecular orbital picture. Now how the molecular orbital picture changes for that molecule which have an electron less than 14. You don't forget, this is the orbital picture which have electron more than 14. अगर यहाँ पे more than 14 रहा तो 2pz नीचे लेना और pi 2px pi 2p आपको ऊपर लेना है, because energy of 2pz is always less than pi 2px and pi 2py. This is the real picture which having that molecule which have electron more than 14 और those orbital which have ये पहले एक साइड हो जाएगा ना, इसका पहले एंटी बॉन्डिंग आएगा क्योंकि ये पहले ऊपर जाएगा देन ये इसके ऊपर जाएगा. दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट. नाउ रिमेनिंग पार्ट ऑफ दिस molecular orbital theory, that is how the molecular orbital diagram changes for that molecule which have an electron less than 14 or less than 14. That we will discussing in the next videos. Thank you very much.